I've always said that my definition of hell is reaching the end of your life and coming face to face with the person you might have been.
There are people who realize that their number one investment throughout their entire life is them. Then the question is, how much of an investment am I worth? And so my whole attitude is there are no costs in life, there's just investments. There's a lot of forces in the world that said, well, you can't do just what you love doing. And I said, well, I'm happy that 95% of the world buys into that because it creates such a wonderful space for the people who decide they're going to be an exception to the rule.
What I think Dan has really done a very successful job of doing for over 40 years is helping some of the greatest entrepreneurs in the world, some of the industry transformers, identify their unique abilities, develop those unique abilities, and always become better at doing it, knowing that you've never arrived.
The 4 days I spend with Dan a year are so crucial for my mental health. The reflection and the structure of how he helps me think makes me a better entrepreneur.
I was born 2 weeks before D-Day, Normandy, and I found as a kid that I had already developed an ability to talk to adults, and I noticed none of the other children really had. I had my life skill pretty well mastered by the time I was 14 or 15 years old.
All of the fundamental tools of strategic coach come from the obstacles that Dan had to overcome in order to make his own future bigger.
Dan's built an amazing example with Strategic Coach. We almost fetishize this idea that being an entrepreneur is grinding and hustling and all this stuff, but it's really being an entrepreneur and making an impact is not at all about the grind or the hustle. It's about finding the easiest way to create a result, to create an outcome.
I knew I liked him right from the beginning. I felt good around him. And then he started showing me some of his thinking processes that he would take people through.
The creation of the Strategic Coach really was one of those big bang moments for when Dan and Babs came together.
Dan was a one-on-one coach, working like crazy, really good at coaching entrepreneurs, but what Babs was able to do is see this diamond in the rough who was brilliant, but had no structure around it.
I decided that if we just teamed up, this could go into a lot bigger places.
The Strategic Coach is not just about business, it's about your life. It's about, everything you're accomplishing in the world.
You can take action on 10% of what Coach has and still 10x your business. You can take action on one idea and still change your life. And that's why Dan truly is a game changer.